Some weeks we just need to remind ourselves to rise anyway. Even when life feels heavy, even when our courage feels quiet. Because that's where strength is born. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Empowered Self podcast. A space where we explore the real, raw and beautifully messy journey of personal growth, resilience and becoming who we're truly meant to be. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale courage and exhale everything that's weighing on your heart right now. Today's episode is called Rise Anyway. Finding courage when the world feels heavy. Sometimes courage isn't loud or shiny. It's just choosing to stand up even when it would be easier to stay down. And I'll be honest, this topic feels especially close to my own heart right now. It's been one of those seasons where I've had to remind myself to rise, even on the hard days. This episode was inspired by someone whose work I deeply and greatly admire. You may have heard of her, Brene Brown. If you've been following me for a while, you know I'm a huge fan of Brene's research, her storytelling on courage, vulnerability, and wholehearted living. Her words have carried me through some of my toughest seasons. So today is a gentle blend of her wisdom and my lived experience. A reminder that even when life feels heavy, we too can still rise. Before we go deeper, let's take a moment once again to arrive. Wherever you are, maybe you're driving, walking, or sitting with a cuppa. Take 3 grounding breaths with me. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Again, in and out. And one more time. This time we're going to inhale hope and exhale tension. Now gently notice your feet, your breath, your body. You've already risen simply by taking time to be here. There are seasons when everything seems to land at once. The emails, the deadlines, the emotions, the expectations. Sometimes it's not even one big thing. It's the slow build-up of small weights until you suddenly realise you're tired to your bones. And then the inner critic starts whispering, you should be stronger. You should be coping better. But that heaviness doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. Recently, I had one of those moments myself when my nervous system simply said, enough. I stepped outside, took a breath, and remember Brene Brown's words. Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. And that's what I did. I showed up, not as the facilitator, nor the coach, but as Krystal, the human being. Not polished, not perfect, but just present. And I realised being brave doesn't mean being okay. It means being honest about where you are. Courage begins when we stop pretending, everything's fine. It starts the moment we whisper, I'm struggling, but I'm still here. If that's you right now, still showing up, still breathing, still trying your best, please know that's what courage looks like. Brene also says vulnerability isn't winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up when you can't control the outcome. That line changed something for me. For so long, I thought courage and confidence were the same. That to be brave, I had to feel ready first. But life doesn't wait for readiness. When I think back on moments where I've had to rise through heartbreak, burnout, or self-doubt, I didn't feel strong. I felt shaky. I questioned everything. But somewhere beneath the fear was a whisper. Try anyway. That whisper is what I call the soul's resilience. It's not loud, but it's steady. Confidence is the echo that follows courage. You act first, and the belief, it catches up with you. So if you're listening today and thinking, I'm scared to start, or I don't feel ready, please know that is very normal. The most courageous people I know didn't wait for fear to fade. They carried it with them and moved anyway. Let's talk about what rising actually looks like. It's rarely dramatic. More often, it's the quiet decision to try again tomorrow. But here are 3 truths I have learned. Well, the first one, rising is messy. Growth isn't neat. You're allowed to wobble. 2, rising takes empathy. Speak to yourself like someone you love. Replace I should be doing better with I'm doing my best. Thirdly, rising is relational. Your courage ripples out. When you rise, others see what's possible. Think of one small moment in the past month when you rose. Maybe you kept a promise to yourself, set a boundary, or simply got out of bed on a hard morning. That counts. Every one of those moments matter. You've been rising all along, even if you didn't notice. If you have a journal nearby or even a note on your phone, take a moment for this prompt. Where in my life do I need to rise? Even if no one claps for it. Write freely. Don't edit. Just let your truth spill out. If journaling isn't your thing, maybe just sit quietly with it. What would it look like to rise gently without forcing anything? Maybe it's resting. Maybe it's saying no. Maybe it's finally saying yes. Rising doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be true. Before we close, a small update about the podcast. From now on, the Empowered Self podcast will be moving to a fortnightly schedule. This change gives me a little more space to balance work, study, coaching, creativity, and it ensures every episode is crafted with real care and it's not brushed through. Our next episode will air on Wednesday, the 12th of November, and I already have something special planned for you. So take these extra weeks between episodes as an invitation to pause, reflect, and integrate with what resonates. Brene Brown talks about wholehearted living, engaging with life from a place of worthiness. And I think that's the truest form of rising there is. Getting back up, not because we have to prove our worth, but because we finally remember we already are worthy. So wherever you are, walking, driving, or maybe curled up under a blanket, take this with you. You've survived every hard day so far. You've carried yourself through storms that tried to break you. And you're still here. That's not luck. That's pure strength. So rise anyway. Even if it's slow, even if it's quiet, even if all you can do today is breathe. Because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to keep walking, heart open and eyes forward, no matter what. And as Brene Brown reminds us all, owning your story and loving yourself through that process is the bravest thing we'll ever do. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Empowered Self podcast with me, your host, Krystal Long. And if today's episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might need a little reminder of their own strength. You can subscribe on your favourite platform and join me every second Wednesday for more honest conversations, soulful stories, and reminders that courage lives in everyday moments. Until next time, take a breath, trust your pace, and remember, you are more capable than you know.